All right, everybody, real quick here. Live update from the Capitol in Harrisburg. It's probably breaking all over the place now, but I thought I'd come out here and talk to you guys right away. Bad development just a few minutes ago in the Pennsylvania House. The whole country's been waiting to see what happens here today, and I'm very alarmed to tell you that just a few minutes ago, Democrat Mark Rozzi was elected the Speaker of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives, even though Republicans technically hold a majority. And here's what happened. I think it was 6 or 7. I couldn't quite see the vote board, but fake Republican Jim Gregory, state representative Republican, got up and nominated Democrat Rozzi to be the Speaker, and screwed every single gun owner in the state of Pennsylvania over at the same time. So we are out of the frying pan now and into the fire when it comes to gun control, particularly, and I can't stress this enough, the biggest thing that the Democrats and that Josh Shapiro are going to go for first, and they always have a first because they want to get something passed and then they follow through with everything else after that. But the first thing that they're going to go for is red flags, gun confiscation. Red flags, gun confiscation laws destroy due process for gun owners. They allow anybody to petition a court to have your guns taken away from you with no trial. You're never charged, never tried, or convicted of a crime, and your guns can be taken away from you. This is exactly what the freaking Democrats want. And these Republicans, 6 or 7 of them, just voted to empower Democrat Mark Rozzi to spearhead that effort in the Pennsylvania House. Now, in his acceptance speech just a few minutes ago, Rozzi was sitting there saying that, I'm going to be an independent speaker. Bullshit. It's absolutely not true. And we know this for a fact when it comes to gun control because Mark Rozzi voted against Senate Bill 565, the constitutional carry bill. Okay, the guy has a track record of gun control. But here's why. Here's why they're going to come after red flags, gun confiscation first. The reason why is simple. It's because it has huge Republican support. Red flag laws have Republican support. They passed in Indiana first under Republicans. They passed in Florida in 2018 after the Parkland, Florida massacre by that insane killer. Republicans support this stuff, and so folks, it's time to start fighting. It's time to start fighting aggressively here. Again, Democrat Mark Rozzi has been elected the Speaker of the Pennsylvania House, clearing the way for Josh Shapiro, at least to get this stuff through the Pennsylvania House. We all know that Josh Shapiro will obviously sign this stuff the moment it gets to his desk. But here's the other problem that we've got. It's not just the House. The Republican Senate, even though it's under a Republican majority, it's only by 3 or 4 seats. It's only 3 or 4 seats in the Pennsylvania Senate standing in between us and us having a red flag law on the books in Pennsylvania. In Florida already, as of May of this last year, it had been used 6,000 times. 6,000 times against people. That 6,000 people have had their gun rights taken away without them ever being charged, tried, or convicted of a crime. The version that's been introduced here in Pennsylvania allows them to continuously renew them for forever. Not to mention, now you have a gun charge on your record. You get totally screwed in your personal life if you get one of these things. And that's the name of the game. Quite frankly, that's exactly what these Democrats have wanted for a very long time. They want to be able to take away your guns without being bothered by having to go through the court system, without having to use due process or to give people their due process rights. That's exactly what they want to do. So, folks, we are in the hot seat now. We have to start fighting aggressively. We would have much rather have had a Republican majority in the House, at least until May. But don't forget this ever. Don't forget this now. Those same Republicans that just voted to empower the Democrats with the Speaker's gavel, those same kinds of Republicans exist in the Republican caucus in the Pennsylvania Senate. Todd Dilla just asked a great question, so what can be done? Folks, that's exactly why I'm shooting this video. There is a link with this comment, pinned in the comment section already. We're asking everybody to start hammering on your state reps and your state senators and telling them absolutely no compromise, not one single inch. There's many of these Republicans that were voted, that were elected by small majorities. Also, there's several of these Democrats that were elected by small numbers as well. And so we need to make this issue as controversial as it is. It's exactly how they've stopped red flag laws in other states like Ohio recently. That's exactly what we've got to do now. So folks, I will tell you that link in the comment section, that is not a district specific link. It will send a message to your state representative and your state senator, but what I'm saying is this link can be used by anybody. You can share it with your friends as long as they live in the state of Pennsylvania. All they have to do is plug in their address and they can send a pre-written email to their state senator and their state representative telling them absolutely not, no gun control period, no compromise, not one single inch, not 1 millimeter. If you do that, we will see you in the next elections and aggressively prosecute you in the court of public opinion. That's what we need to do now, folks. We need to ratchet up the pressure on the gun rights issue. Quite frankly, gun voters have been so disrespected in this state for so long. It's time for us to band together, stand up, thump our freaking chests, and tell them absolutely hell no. Because it's coming at us. It's coming at us whether we like it or not. So, we've always known this. We've said this for a long time at Pennsylvania Firearms Association that you can't count on Republicans to do jack squat. Now, I will say this. There's a lot of Republicans in this legislature now that are far better than we've ever had before. But they're in the minority now. So we need to send the message here. We need to stand up and fight back. We need to start bombarding their email accounts, their phone numbers, their offices with contacts from gun voters all across the state of Pennsylvania saying, don't you freaking dare. That's what we got to do. And that's also how we stick a spine into some of these quisling Republicans over in the Pennsylvania Senate. So folks, we got some work to do. I'm firmly convinced, I'm very confident we can stop this stuff. We just need to send this message. We need to start sending it now. And we can't let them start to build momentum towards their gun control issue. Again, the brand new speaker, Mark Rozzi, he stood up there and said that he's going to be an independent speaker. That's such a load of hogwash. That's so stinking ridiculous. It's unbelievable. We know what happens. The radicals in his party, and he is a Democrat, the radicals in his party will push him into a corner on this gun control, and he's going to be forced to put this stuff on the floor whether he likes it or not. We need to make sure that they don't have the votes for this thing if it goes to the floor. All right? So it's time to crank up the pressure. It's time to put our feet, hit the gas pedal all the way to the floor on this. Start spreading the word. If you have pro-gun friends, send this link to them. This is very easy. It's the easiest way possible for you guys to be your own best lobbyists. We always talk about this here at Pennsylvania Firearms Association. It's not me so much walking around the Capitol here that is going to win this day. Absolutely not. It's thousands and thousands of you taking action on this bill. That's how we do our best lobby work. Okay, so folks, please take a moment to send this email right now. We need to start bombarding them immediately, telling them absolutely not. We're going to start fighting this fight. So thank you for taking action. Please share this video. If you're not already a member of Pennsylvania Firearms Association, you can go to our website. There's join links right there. We need your support because one of the things we're going to immediately do is get to work putting pressure on the most vulnerable Democrats in the most vulnerable Democrat districts, as well as the Republicans, obviously, because we've got a huge problem with them. But that's what we're going to do. and we're going to start fighting this fight, and we're not going to hold any punches. So thanks a lot for watching this video. Please share it. Please become a member of Pennsylvania Firearms Association, and we will give you updates as we get developments. Thank you very much.